Lightning has struck 3 times in a day. I thought the morning dig was fantastic, but this is just unbelievable. Any video that starts with me lying down is going to be a good video. You don't want to miss this. Welcome back to the glorious fields of Perthshire. Look at that for a view. It's not often I can show the view, but well, today is an exception. It's glorious, it's a bit breezy, but it is a lovely, lovely sunny day. And this is part 2. So if you haven't watched part 1, and trust me, you want to see part 1, because I go for a lie down not once, but twice. That's how good it is. Unbelievable morning that I had on part 1. I got 2 incredible finds over 700 years old. As you can see, glorious permission. It's actually a new permission. I've been out on it once before 2 years ago, and this is me back for the first time, and it has not disappointed. The strip of long grass over my shoulder, I've done some research on old maps around about 1850, 1880. This was actually a road. This was a trackway that cut diagonally across this field, and down behind the trees over there is the remnant of an old stone quarry as well. So I'm hoping there's going to be some more treasures to be had, maybe even something medieval. So let's go and see. And as ever, if you're not already subscribed, please hit the button. And yeah, let's go. I cannot wait. I've literally walked about 8.5 feet. We've got a digger. So there is the old trackway straight ahead of me. And as you can see, I'm right on the edge of it. And it's a fairly small and fairly reasonable sounding 8081. And I think we're out. Also, at some point, probably the battery's going to run out on my headphones because I hadn't charged it before I came out. There we are. It's lead and it's a musket ball. Oh. So yeah, I hadn't charged it because I didn't think I would need to be out for longer than 4 hours. But as you can see, I have been, because I've been digging treasures galore. So there you go, one musket ball, which I think has been fired, but you can see it has been fired, I think. But it's still got a little nipple on the top. So another good sign, probably 1700s in date. So straight off the bat, we're probably back 300 odd years. Fantastic. We have a 50-55, maybe a button. Maybe. Looks like lead actually, it looks like a lead button. And it is. So that'll, nearly. So that'll have a bit of age to it because it's made of lead. And there would have been a shank on the back there. You can see it's a dome shape. Might have been decorated, but I don't see anything now. It's probably going to be 200 or 300 years old, so not a bad wee find. A musket ball and a lead button. Nice. Another nice one. 88-89. Doesn't seem like a big target. Have had quite a few bits of foil and aluminium, but it sounds a wee bit better than foil and aluminium so far. Famous last words. I'll probably regret saying that. Take one out the front as well, just in case. Let's go that way. Well, now it sounds pretty awful. No, maybe not. Well, it could be a bottle top, could be silver, could be a copper coin, could be a big hunk of lead. Oh no, it's a coin. Look at that. Yes! Is it a coin? Well, maybe it isn't a coin. Oh! What is that? That's weird. Ugh. Oh my goodness. What on earth is that? Is that a shield? or a skull, or a Pac-Man. It's kind of got that look to it, isn't it? That is very strange. I've never had one of these before. Oh. What could be a letter B? Is that Bitcoin? I don't think so. I think it's a lot older than Bitcoin. Very interesting. It's got a pin, or it's had a pin on the back, I'm guessing. Looks like maybe it's been enamelled. But what on earth is that? It does look like a B for Bitcoin, doesn't it? But it's a mystery. It does look a bit like a face. That way? No, I think it could be a B. A letter B, but don't have a clue what that is. Maybe some sort of kid's toy brooch. But looking at it, it looks like it's going to be certainly 100 years old anyway, give or take. So if you know, comment below. An interesting thing. Not quite a coin, but it's along that sort of, well, broochy, somewhere along those lines. So if you know, comment below. I'm going to call it as a coin. It has to be. It's a screamer. It has got to be a penny, and it's not. I can see something red. So yet again, I've got it wrong. It could be a kid's toy. I think it is. It's a fragment of maybe a tractor. Oh, honestly, why do I keep doing it to myself? I keep on saying predictions that I get them completely wrong. Just shows you, even when you've been detecting for almost 25 years, November I think is my 25th birthday to be a detectorist, then you still get it wrong. So if in doubt, dig it out. Yeah, looks like part of maybe a tractor to me. Maybe a Massey Ferguson or a Massey Ferguson with a distinctive red paint. Probably 50, 100 years old. So far, looks like we're on a lead day today. Is it a weight? Oh, it could be. Oh, it is. Well, that is very interesting because that is old. Old. And that is a suspension weight. This would be on what we would call a steel yard. That should go all the way through, and it does, look. That there should go all the way in there. And this would be hung from a little swing arm, a little sort of pivot counterweight. And you would have a little pan or a hook on the other end. You'd either suspend or you would place your object in the opposing side. Whatever you wanted to weigh, you would put on the opposite side to the weight, and you would change the weights to get it to balance. And when it balanced, you knew how much of the product was in the pan or was hanging from the hook. I don't see any obvious decorations. It's like a sort of beehive kind of shape. And that is a very nice, very, very nice object, because I'm going to guess that that is going to be medieval. But it could be older. We have got one very, very similar. In fact, we've got a couple very similar off the Roman site, which are from the, 1st to 4th centuries. So let me know in the comments below, but I'm going to stick my neck out and say that's at least medieval. So a great little find, really great little find. I love that, absolutely love it. No marks, but still could be best part of 1,000 years old. Worthy of filming again. Smallish 78. Easy digging. Dig another one out. I think we got it this time. The wind is picking up though. Oh, get that in there. Oh, we've got a silver. I saw a flash of silver. It's either a coin or a button, and I think it's going to be a coin. Look at that. Let me turn that off. Stick that out the way. Zoom you in for the reveal. Oh, it's a beauty. It's a threepence and it is gorgeous George. Lovely coin. Might be 100 or 92.5% silver, maybe. A wee imprint. It is. I'm going to get a bit of water on that. Should easily get a date off that. It looks like it's got very good detail on it. Zoom you in a touch more. Alright, focus on that. Is that focused? I think it is. Spray bottle, do your stuff. Come on, you wee stubborn bit. There we go. Ah, it's not. It's 50% silver. 1921. 1920 is the year that we moved from 92.5% silver to 50. We debased our coinage post First World War. But it's the beginning of the 1920s. Economic boom post Great War, First World War as we now call it. And eventually led to the great market crash at the end of the 1920s. Wall Street. It's a silver threepence. And unfortunately, it's about a quarter of a pint. I think maybe 12 pence a pint or so by 1921. But a lovely, lovely coin. Phenomenal detail. That's been lost fairly soon after it's entered circulation, I would say. George V, by the grace of God, King of the Britons, Defender of the Faith, and Emperor of India. And the sun's come out just to shine on it. Always love getting silver. What a day, what a field. What I'm actually doing, the stubble in places is very long. I'm not bothering trying to push it out the way. I don't want to end up killing my wrist. So I'm actually going above it. And you do get fantastic depth with the Jethro program, and obviously I'm going to be losing out on very deep targets, but as you can see today, I've already had 2 hammered coins. And, well, we could have a coin. We could have back-to-back coins. No, it's not. It's a bloody can. Well, there you go. That's metal detecting for you. It's silver, but not the type we were looking for. Drat. I am trying to conserve my battery as best as possible because I've realised my phone is down at 30 odd %, so I'm going to film the very promising ones. This is a 60, well 59, 60, 61. There is a lovely big stone there, I can feel it, but we're under it, or next to it. Obviously the 2 hammers came in around the 60-ish mark. For that kind of output I would normally expect a button or a hammered, but you don't often get 3 in a day. It's rare enough that you get 1 in a day. So I'm filming it just in case. Don't want to miss the capture. What's that there? Oh, thought that was a wee silver flash there. It's pewter or lead. Lead, I think. Don't know what it is though. Oh, it's maybe part of a knife. Could it be? No, maybe. It's a mystery object. Another one. But it is a thing. Well, it looks like it's... Is that a wee suspension loop on the end? Is that a wee hole there? Maybe. Yes, it is. So it's got a wee loop on the end. And then it's kind of recessed there. Mystery object. An amulet. Something worn on a necklace. Something suspended from something. It's a mystery, but it is lead. So if you know, comment below. Is it some ancient medieval relic? Let me know. Another screamer. I am very surprised at the amount of silver to non-silver coinage that I've had. Normally you would expect, oh well, look, there you go. Haha! Just as I said it, I'm surprised. I've had so many bits of silver and I haven't had very much in the way of coinage that's not silver. But we got one right here and it is a bit of a mess. Well, I might be struggling with this one. Doesn't look like a lot of detail on there. You know what I'm going to do? Back to you in a minute. I'm afraid I can't tell you much about it. Anyone see anything on there? I can see a tiny little bit of lines, a little bit of detail, just flickering it round so it catches the light. All I can tell you is it's a penny. And beyond that, I can't even tell you a monarch. I can't even tell which side is heads and which side is tails. Or obverse and reverse. So, oh no, maybe there? Is that a young head? Queen Victoria? It could be, you know. A bun right about there. Let me superimpose it and see if you can see it as well. I think it could be. I think that is possibly a Queen Victoria bun head. So it's a penny, and that would put it sometime between 1837 and then I think she put her old veiled head, or her older veiled head, I think appeared about 1888, 1890, something like that. So it'll be, if it is a bun head, then it will be pre-1890ish, between there and 1837. So there you go. I think it is, yeah, I think it is. I think it is. So there you go, that would be the reverse. Britannia would be on there somewhere. Excellent. Half a dozen eggs, pint of milk, a very small loaf of bread, or a pint, maybe even 2 pints of beer. Fantastic. Pretty crisp one. $77. Right about there. We're out. Nothing spotted. Oh no, wait. Right there. We got a coin. Haha! Well, you wait for ages and then you get two at once. That's back-to-back holes with coins. Oh, and it's Victoria again. It is a halfpenny of Victoria. Let's give that a wee rub. It looks to have a lot better detail than the last one. Yep, we got a date. 1862. Give it a wee brush. (1862), Queen Victoria. Again, it's a young head, a bun head. I am still working my way along. Let me just show you from here. So this strip here between the two fields, and I'm not sure if the farmer owns the field on the other side. I'm waiting to speak to him so I can find that out. But you can see, look, it cuts right through here and then goes down into that little hollow. So that is the original old trackway, the old road. So it's always great to do some research online and see if you can find anything out that's interesting. But there we go. Half a penny, Queen Victoria. I'll overlay it just to show you exactly how it would have looked. It's a little bit rough and ready around the edges, but still, it's held out pretty well. These were in circulation through to the 1960s or thereabouts, so a lot of them are smoother than a baby's bum. You can almost see no detail on them. Plus then they get corroded in the ground. But that is a nice wee coin. Happy with that. I am literally 10 feet away. Look, there's my halfpenny right there. And this is the same line I got the coin before. It's got to be, hasn't it? I mean, the last time I said that, it turned out to be a tractor. But maybe this time. Well, we're out. We are out. That sounds very nice. Somewhere in here. Somewhere there. Oh, there we go. Green edge. We got another coin. George V this time, I think. Not really much in the way of an imprint, but it looks like a nice coin. Let's give it a wee rub, a dub a rub. See if we can get a date. Oh, it's very clear. 19... Oh, it's 40, so that's not George V. That's George VI. Elizabeth II's father. I was just at one of their properties a few days ago on a tour. Glamis Castle. There he is. It's a wee bit of corrosion on there, but you can see he's very much like his father. And he also faces the same way as his father, even though his brother, who succeeded him and then abdicated, he should have faced right. So George VI decided, even though no coins were produced, he decided he would face left. So George VI was the king during the war years, took the throne in 36 after Edward abdicated to marry Wallis Simpson, and then led Britain and the Empire through World War II until eventually America joined in 43, I think it was, December 43. Is that when Pearl Harbor was? The bombing of the American Navy at Hawaii. And then that led to Germany actually declaring war on America, not the other way around. 1940, I wonder what the mood was back then. I think that was the year that Dunkirk happened. The evacuation of the British Expeditionary Forces back to the UK, and then the beginning of the Blitz. George actually lost his brother, the Duke of York. He was the last royal killed in action during wartime. He died when the plane he was on flew into a mountain in Caithness, or Sutherland, in the very north of Scotland. It was on the way to, I think, Iceland or the Faroe Islands, and in fog they miscalculated and flew into the side of a mountain. So his brother was the last royal to die during wartime. There we go, a lovely wee coin. Very nice. Look at that, I'd literally just said I'm surprised how few modernish coins we've had, and now I've had 3 on the bounce. This time a respectable 76. Probably got about an hour or so left, and then I'll call it a day if my battery hangs on that long. We're out. Oh, coin or a button? Button, I think. Oh, maybe not. Oh, you know what? I think it's a long-awaited turner. I think it is. Look how thin that is. That is a copper Scottish coin from probably the 15 or 1600s. Not quite medieval, but definitely under the category of hammered. That looks pretty toasty, but it is very, very round. Give that a wee rub. They don't survive well in the soil because they are copper and they're very, very thin. But it is a turner. Can't see any detail on it though, but I know what it is because of the size and the shape of it. I don't see anything. Nope. Well, I'll show you what it would have looked like. Zoom you in just a wee touch more, that's better. Right, so there would have been a thistle on one side, and round the outside it would have said Nemo me impune lacessit in Latin, which is the order of the thistle, the highest order of chivalry in Scotland, and it translates basically as who dare meddle with me, mess with me and I will mess right back at you. And there's the rain on, and the thistle is the national flower of Scotland, has been since the 1200s, and on this side there would probably be a C and an R, a Charles Rex. That's the most common one that we find. So you're probably talking Charles I, 1625 to 1649. Charles II, 1660 to 1685. But it could also be James VI, the son of Mary Queen of Scots, and that would put it sometime between 1567 and 1625. So, interesting. It could also be a William and Mary, 1688 to 1702, give or take. So, very nice. Copper 2p, and it is a hammered coin, albeit no detail on it, but still a great sign. Fantastic. I've been all the way along the roadside there, back and forward, and now I'm starting to make my way up to the summit. Seems like an obvious place to detect. And, oh, I've got my microphone tangled. And right here, we've got a pretty good one. Maybe a wee bit of an irony tone in there. Get these bits of stubble out the way. It's actually more about there. That sounds pretty reasonable. Oh, we're out. We are out. Wasn't very deep. Ah, what's that? Bit of foil. No, it's not. It's a stone. Should have done that better, shouldn't I? Oh my god. Oh, no way. I got a silver and I think it's hammered. It bloody is hammered. I don't believe this. Oh, jeez. Oh my goodness, right. Sorry, calm the language. Oh my god. I've got a hammered and it's massive. It's a big hammered. Is it a Scottish hammered? I don't believe it. God, I sound like that Victor Meldrew guy, don't I? That is a hammered coin and it's got detail on it and it's a beauty. Oh my god. Right. Where's the bottle? I'm going to have a heart attack. I've only got 9% battery left on my camera. I've not got a lot of time left. It is a hammered. It's a beautiful hammered coin. Look at that. It's maybe an Elizabeth. We tuck the bottle under so I can zoom you in. See the shield? It might be Elizabeth I of England. Again, another English coin. Maybe. What have we got? It looks like a sixpence. Oh, come on, water. There we go. I've used a lot of water today. Thank goodness I filled this up before I came out. That is a sixpence. Oh, it's Scottish. SCO, Scotland. Elizabeth was never Queen of Scotland, so it can't be Elizabeth. It would not say Scotland on it. She was only England and France and Ireland. Well, she wasn't really Queen of France, but she claims she was. It's pretty worn. There is a head on there though. There is a head on there. It's just very worn. So I can see DG, which is De Gracia. And then it would say Scotland, France, England. So it's probably Charles. Charles the First or Charles the Second, which would be 1625 to 49 or 1660 to 85. Could also be James. Well, there might be a bit of a date up there. 15 something. 1593. 1593? Right, I'm going to clean this up and get back to you, but that is a hammered silver and it's a big, big coin. I've figured it out. I'm going to superimpose the head and shoulders. It is James VI of Scotland, who in 1603 got the England job, and he became James I of England. And that's because Elizabeth died without children. He'd been the King of Scotland since his mother was forced to abdicate, which I think was 1567. And he was only 13 months, I think, at the time. And he became King of Scotland from 1567. Then when Elizabeth died, because he had converted or been converted by the nobles to Protestant, and because his grandmother was Margaret Tudor, the older sister of Henry VIII, it put him in line to take the throne of England, which he did when Elizabeth died in 1603. And the reason I know it's him is because if you look at the top, what I thought was a 9 is actually a 0. The date is 1603. So that's the year that he got the England job. You beauty. So you can see the shield. I think this is the harp down here, which is the harp of Ireland. You got the rampant lion of Scotland, top right. And then you've got, this is quartered, top left and bottom right. And that's quartered the 3 lions of England and the 3 fleurs-de-lis of France, because they're still maintaining that they're the rightful kings of France. That all goes all the way back to the 13th or early 14th century when they lost their stake in France. That is beautiful. It's a 6pence, I think. It has been quite heavily clipped, especially around this side. It's lost most of the legend, but the legend would have probably, it would have been some sort of biblical or religious reference, maybe something like God in my right to rule, or something along those lines would have been all the way around here. On the other side, it would have said Jacobus, and then it would have maybe said ANGSCOFRA et Hibernia Rex. So it would have said something like James VI, King of Scotland, England, France and Ireland. And there would have been a DG, which I can see up here, by the grace of God. So that is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What a field this is. What a field, and what a coin. Unbelievable. I am away for a very, very, very big lie down. The coin kissing thing seems to be giving some luck. And this is a Scottish coin, or at the very least, it's a Scottish king. You beauty. What a find. What an absolutely amazing find. It works for the Hoover boys. So hopefully it works for me. This field is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Right, I'm off for a lie down. Welcome back to my glorious back garden in sunny Perthshire. Believe it or not, we've actually, over the last couple of days, we've had the best days of the year, weather-wise. It's been away up at 25 degrees, which is 80 Fahrenheit, which is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Who would have thought it, that we'd get our best weather in September of all times of year. So I'm afraid, at the point that I found that coin, the camera died. That was it. The battery was finished. So as a result, I didn't get any more detecting done. Right on the cusp of having found 2 coins, which are probably both from around the 1600s, because it's probably Charles I for the first coin and James VI for the silver one. And typical, the battery dies. So I don't have any more footage. But, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. I had an incredible part 1, an incredible part 2, some fantastic coins, some great relics. Part 1 I got 4 bits of silver, or was it 3 bits of silver? I can't even remember now. No, I think it was 3 silver in the first, and then in part 2 I got 2 silver. So I've had 5 silver coins in a day, as well as multiple pennies and half pennies and a few interesting little relics as well. So that is tremendous, absolutely tremendous. Now way off in the distance I can hear and I can see a tractor, and that's them started harvesting the potatoes. Unfortunately, I don't have permission here. It's just typical. I don't have permission for the field or the fields near my house. That's just the way it goes sometimes. So hopefully that's a good sign that other permissions that I've got in Perthshire will be harvesting their potatoes soon, which will be tremendous. So an incredible day as ever. If you're not already subscribed, then please hit the button and help support my channel. Coming up this weekend, in fact tomorrow, Friday, is Lothian Relics, so the Michael Hare Memorial Rally, which is down in the Scottish borders. Myself, Pete and Marty are going. We're camping for the full weekend. The hope is that Simon's going to come on the Sunday for the day, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I think a lot of people will be there. I know Digger Dawn is going to be there, and I've never met her before, so she's a fellow YouTube metal detectorist based in, I think, around the Midlands in England. Sorry, Dawn, if you're actually from the north, but I'm going to say Midlands. So she's going to be there, so that'll be great, and hopefully Regtons will be there, and I can make some time to speak with Regtons and hopefully see quite a lot of you. I don't really know what to expect. We're fairly close to the old Roman road that runs up the east coast, which was also in use through the medieval times. Haven't done any research on the land yet, but I'm going to do that shortly. And also I can't do a summary of the finds because everything that I found on part 1 and part 2, I saw the farmer immediately afterwards. He was blown away with a George III silver. So when I started giving him hammered coins from the 1600s and then from the 1200s, he was utterly blown away. So I've left them all with him, and hopefully he will get all those items to keep once I've reported them to the museum and they've recorded them, and fingers crossed he can put them in a frame and put them up on his wall, and hopefully as well there's going to be a lot more to come from that field because I've probably only done 1 or 2%. It's a big field, 55 acres apparently. So looking forward to the Lothian Relics Rally. I don't think this weather is going to continue. As you can see, I've got the sunglasses on because it's so bright. I look like I'm wincing trying to record this. So apologies for the sunglasses. So really looking forward to the rally. It'll probably be my last rally of the year. So let's make the most of it while we can. So yeah, thank you all for watching. An incredible new permission, and hopefully going to be lots more digging days ahead. So we'll see you on the next dig. Take care, and thank you all for watching. And I look forward to meeting some of you in person at the Lothian Relics Michael Hare Memorial Rally this weekend, which I think is the 20th of September, if my dates are right. So I'll see you all there, and hopefully I'll be able to make a video if I find something. Take care, and I'll see you all soon.